So, before we start, I would just like to give a shout out to Kaiju Fan 2001, Guppy Plush, Chris the Lion, and oh boy, Ponapo the Great. Because they all commented the thing I put at the end of my video from yesterday, so that meant they made it to the end. Also, by yesterday I mean today, because I'm recording this early. So if you guys do comment, if more of you comment the thing, I will throw you guys into a video for later. So don't worry if you commented after. If you commented after those 4 people and you're upset that I didn't give you a shout out, I will in a future video. Just depends. Also, the cutoff day for that is today when this video comes out. That way not all of you guys will just go back and then just get a shout out. Anyways, we're going to get right into the news, or it's not really news, it's just theory, just because I don't want to take too much time on this video. Okay, and so I'm going to try and keep this video into like under 15 minutes because I don't want like a 30-minute video again. I'm sorry for you guys who were upset with the length of that video. I will definitely make these shorter from now on. Probably a 15-minute limit unless I just have to go over for certain things. Anyways, so let's talk about the theory of the atomic breath. Specifically, how do I want to word this? Like, what could be a catchy name for it? R plus B equals P. You know, like the kind of like the Game of Thrones thing or whatever. You guys know. Let's call it that. So, what do I mean? Well, we're going to be talking about the atomic breath theory for Shin Gojira. There's been lots of speculation in my comments. I've been participating in it too because I do find it interesting and I feel like it actually holds some merit. So, without further ado, let's actually introduce the topic. So, blue atomic breath would be Godzilla's base form, assuming that all Godzillas have the same base form. So then, Shin Gojira would also have blue breath. But maybe he gets nuclear radiated into looking what he looks like, which is why he looks like Shin Gojira. Why he looks all scarred up or whatever. Maybe it's like a lot of us have been comparing it to Burning Godzilla, which is why we think he'll have a red atomic breath. But what if when he tries to use the atomic breath, because it went from being blue and now it's a red base form, because that's his new supercharged, what if it's purple? What if because it should be blue and then it turned red, it comes out purple because the mixture of blue and red is purple? Well, that could make sense. I could see them going with that route. That is not the theory that I like. I don't like that theory. I just think it's too simple. If they're going to explain the purple atomic breath by saying that it was because of red and blue, it's got to be better than that, which is why I like the second theory a whole lot better. What if his base form was blue? He gets nuclear radiated, and now it's red. Okay, so now he has a red base form, just like the Heisei series, once he turns into Burning Godzilla, which is what, like I just said, this Godzilla can be compared to. Okay, his base form is red, but what if he wants to supercharge? What if he wants to do the version of the hyper spiral that will be seen in this movie, if there will be a version? What if by doing that he charges up so much that he's able to release the blue energy also, and because the blue and red energy are coming out at the same time, it comes out purple? This plays into my theory that I talked about during my long breakdowns. The atomic breath being 2 different colors in the movie. One being his red, which is his base form, which would fit the body. The other being purple, which is what we see at the end of the trailer. I do like that theory. I like it a whole lot. I mean, I think it'd be very cool if he has two different atomic breaths in the movie, and the purple just happens to be his version of the hyper spiral. The other thing that leads me to believe that, yeah, this actually could be a true theory is, well, number one, the fact that his body just looks like it'd be shooting red atomic breath just because it glows red from everywhere. Number two, the fact that purple is the Japanese symbol for death. And we've talked about that a little bit just because that was from the announcement news that his breath would be purple, the news that I didn't believe for a little bit. Um, so, if he has purple atomic breath and it's purple is the symbol for death, I think it makes perfect sense that the purple breath would be his supercharged form. Because if purple's a sign of death, that means it's going to be stronger because they're going to want to emphasize that. So if it's going to be an emphasized version of the atomic breath, wouldn't it make perfect sense for it to be more powerful than any atomic breath we've ever seen before? Well, how do you get more powerful than the hyperspiral ray? You add in its base form. You add blue back into the mix. Because it's like when you have a lighter and hairspray. So the red form would be the lighter. You shoot, you turn it on, then the fire comes out. The fire is representing Godzilla's red atomic breath, which is his base form, like we keep saying. Then you spray the hairspray in. That is adding the blue back in. This is just the best comparison I could think of. You add the hairspray, which is this Godzilla's base form, aka blue. That creates something completely new. That creates a flamethrower. That creates the purple atomic breath. Nothing much more to say on that. I just find it that it would be very cool. As for Godzilla, this picture that we have on screen, I don't know if it's real or fake. It could be fake. It doesn't look 100% real. But as for this, I think it's pretty cool. If this is like just the 2 seconds continuation of that shot, I think that's cool. Nothing more to say on that. As for the head, let's talk about the head for a little bit just because we got some more time before we hit 15 minutes. So, the head. Why are they shooting the head? Well, a lot of us have been talking about head is the fastest way to the brain. How do you want to kill an animal quick? Shoot it in the brain. Once the brain is dead, no signals are sent anywhere else to the body. You could shoot a bear in the chest and it would still come get you. If you shoot the bear in the brain, it's dead. A lot of us have been, not me specifically, but a lot of you guys have been talking about crocodiles. Big hunters of crocodiles shoot the crocodiles in the head because, you kill the brain, you kill the animal. So, I think it makes a whole lot of sense that they'd be aiming for the head because it's the fastest way to kill him. But some problems do arise here. For instance, yeah, you want to kill the animal, you're going to shoot it in the head. Well, the skull is the strongest part of the body. So, shooting the head may or may not work. And as we've seen in the trailer, first of all, we know it's not going to work because it's Godzilla. Second of all, they should know it's not going to work because they watched missile after missile bounce off his head earlier into the second trailer. And you can tell it's earlier in because he's not in the city yet. Then once he gets in the city, everything's shooting him in the head. So, it's just like, you think they'd learn, okay, maybe we should try a different part on the body because that's not working. But, I guess they don't. I guess they just keep with the head and whatever. So, you can't do anything about it. As for the people who are saying they're shooting the head because they know that's where the atomic breath comes from, I disagree with that. I don't think that's why. I feel like the atomic breath is going to be revealed during that nighttime scene, which I've talked about thinking it's the attack on Tokyo. I feel like that's going to be a reveal shot for it, so I wouldn't get your hopes up for seeing it before that in the movie. And if that's the end, it's going to be similar to 2014 where that comes at the end, I feel like. Anyways, why would they be shooting the head if the atomic breath hasn't been revealed yet? Simply because they want to kill the brain. I don't think it's because they go, oh, atomic breath comes from there. And even if, wouldn't they be like, oh, he can wipe out our military by opening his mouth and breathing on us. Let's just not shoot his head. Let's just not aggravate him. Probably not. I don't know. Probably not. They would probably want to kill him. But I don't feel like they would push. I don't feel like if a giant monster breathed atomic breath on a city, and then I don't see people being like, oh, we gotta shoot the source of that because reasons. It worked in 10 Cloverfield Lane apparently, so maybe. I doubt it in this scenario, but Yeah, I don't see that playing a role. I don't see that the atomic breath playing a role in why they're shooting the head. I just find it interesting how in all of the shots we see where Godzilla's fighting the military, they are aiming at his skull. So yeah, I do think it makes sense. They're just trying to kill the brain. Like I said, he looks like a zombie. Why not just consider him a zombie and shoot the brain? It works. Yeah. So, that is all the news I have currently. That is all the theories I have currently. We are up to date. Sorry for the spam that was these past few days. I will be returning to form, one video a day. I'm sorry that I blew up your guys' inbox, especially yesterday. Um, there was a lot to talk about. So, yeah, thank you guys all for watching. I'm D-Man out.